For more than a century, Ticor Title has been the premier leader in the title insurance industry. Ticor issued Oregon's first title insurance policy and has been operating continually in our state since 1908. The foundation of their business is providing their customers with an unmatched combination of professional expertise, exemplary customer service, and the highest financial security. Ticor's financial strength is backed by reserves of $2.624 billion, the largest nationally in the industry. Here in the Willamette Valley, Ticor re-entered the market in 2003 when the local owners of Key Title Company, which many of you will remember, decided to sell their company to Ticor. Many of the former Key Title employees still work for the operation, and all of the Ticor employees pride themselves in continuing to operate in the same manner of a locally owned business. In addition to Ticor's extensive direct and agency operations, as well as underwriting and title plant operation, Ticor is a pioneer in their industry software, which reduces paper flow and significantly improves the efficiency of providing numerous real estate-related services. From the simplest to the most complex residential or commercial real estate transactions, Ticor Title would very much appreciate the opportunity to show you why customers continually turn to Ticor for the reliability and responsiveness and security they need. Special thanks to Ticor for sponsoring the forum today. Please join me with a warm welcome for Rob Lowe.
I very much appreciate that, John. Thank you. We are very, very excited to be part of this forum series. It's the first time for us and an opportunity that we appreciate from the Chamber very much. We all know this. I mean, I just want to comment that from my own personal perspective, to be a part of what I think is the best Chamber of Commerce on the West Coast, if not furthermore, given this membership, given this staff, Mike and his staff are just exceptional people. And again, we all know that, but I just wanted to say it from my own personal perspective. It's nice. It's also quite a thrill to be part of the group of very, very excellent businesses who sponsor these forums. This is a very unique activity on the part of a chamber, and I've just always been impressed. In the 6 short years that I've worked in Salem, I've always enjoyed these forums very much, and the personal touch that all of these forum sponsors put to each one of our lunches. For example, the promotional gifts, very unique, well thought out, and I might add, in many cases, or in all cases, I think, very generous. I, on the other hand, am in the real estate business. So what you have in front of you is a pen. And an open order sheet. And I was thinking maybe I'd tell you you could keep the pen if you filled one of those out, but just keep the pen. It's fine. I want to introduce my staff, if they could stand up. I've been a real estate attorney for 35 years, and I've worked for title and escrow people for that length of time. And I know I'm not objective, but I can honestly say that I have never worked with a better group of title and escrow employees than this group that I've got in Salem and throughout the valley. They are an exceptionally hard-working, dedicated group of kids, and I call them kids. That's how I feel about them. And I really think that the one unique feature that we do, I mean, if you think about it, our industry is very, very heavily regulated, both on a federal and state level. So the products and the prices that the people, the companies in our industry provide are pretty much identical. What that leaves is the differences in our staff. This staff has developed a culture in the valley here for Ticor where their number one rule is to take care of each other first. From that flows everything good, whether it's enhanced work productivity, whether it's tremendous customer service, and the best attitudes I've ever seen. That's what we do here in the valley. And again, in front of all of you, I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys and how honored I am to work with you. So to the speakers, because I'm excited, more excited about this than about making this little talk. First, I'd like to introduce Ray Burstead, as if he needs an introduction. Ray has been president of the Strategic Economic Development Corporation since March of 2006, coming to Oregon from a similar organization in Idaho. He has enjoyed careers in banking, an oil company, consulting for Idaho State University, a small business development center, and over 15 years as the lead administrator of economic development corporations in both Idaho and Oregon. SEDCOR has been providing economic development services for the Mid-Willamette Valley for over 27 years, operating as a private, not-for-profit Oregon corporation, correlating both public and private resource partners for economic development. Opportunities involving retention, expansion of existing companies, and recruitment of new industries to broaden the economic base of the region. Speaking first is going to be Tim Gerling. Tim also is well known amongst this crowd, and Tim is the president of Gerling Solutions and is currently the consultant to the Boise Cascade project in downtown Salem, helping to redevelop the site into a large-scale mixed-use development. In this job, he has been involved in land use rezoning of the parcel from industrial to a new mixed-use zone, resolving access issues with civic traffic, ODOT highway, and ODOT rail. He has also helped with creek day lighting and restoration efforts, as well as the preliminary design concepts for the site. From 1992 to 2007, Tim worked as the Public Works Director of the City of Salem. He was directly responsible for 4 separate public utilities in, around, in the City of Salem. He is also credited for delivering $443 million in constructed capital improvements that are still in service today. He also reduced the annual debt costs by over $4 million per year. Tim accomplished many more things in his career as Public Works Director during his 15 years in that position. Please welcome Tim Gerling.
Good afternoon. I'll try my best to live up to that introduction. Mike's pretty persuasive. I wasn't planning on being here today, but those of you who have been on the receiving end of an arm twisting from Mr. McLaren understand why I'm standing here. Real briefly, just wanted to give you an update on where the Boise project is, and a lot of it is going to be what we've done so far. Economic times being what they are, I'm not prepared to disclose any tenants yet. I need to see a few signatures on a few documents, but let me start with the demolition update. We're doing that in phases by design. Most of 7 buildings have been removed so far. We still have a wood roof to take off the south building. Those very attractive orange tanks that are still on the skyline need to come down, and some riverbank cleanup. And we still have a concrete slab covering the creek, and that's going to stay there until we get the creek restoration permits. But let me give you some real quick stats on the demolition. 34.5 million pounds removed so far. It's over 17,000 tons. 166,000 board feet of big dimension timbers have been prepped for reuse. Over 2,000 tons of metal recycled, 14,000 tons of concrete crushed and reused locally, and 380 tons of hog fuel have been used to generate electricity at local mills. That leaves only 630 tons that actually ended up going to the landfill, and it's things like insulation and roofing, that drywall that you can't reuse. State and companies did the demolition, and with those stats, they've hit over 96% reuse so far, which I think is phenomenal. If any of you have any demolition projects in mind, I'd suggest you talk to them, and when we're done here, come up and I'll give you the contact information for them. They've been a great outfit to work for.